And welcome back. It is our 10th weekend open. I can't believe I'm saying that right now. 10th weekend open at the Roadside Flower Stand. And hey, if you're new here, my name is Christy. I am located in Western Massachusetts, Zone 6A. And this is my second year selling flowers at my Roadside Flower Stand. And as I just said, 10 weeks is crazy because last year I still wasn't even open at this time. I opened, I believe it was July 26th. And this year we are already 10 weeks in. So that is pretty cool, pretty crazy. Flowers are blooming. I didn't even have dahlias anywhere near at this time. My zinnias weren't even blooming. So all of that seed starting early and dealing with all the hardening off process and planting everything out pretty darn big is paying off. So I'm super excited. So unfortunately, I didn't get much footage. So I started off kind of strong recording. On Friday, I do all of my harvesting, and I had a local photographer, a girl that I went to school and played sports with way back in high school, and she's starting a little photography side gig. So she came over and was taking a lot of amazing pictures, and I am so stoked because they came out so dang good. So I didn't get any recording harvesting, but I feel like that's totally fine. But I will show you everything that I did harvest, so we will go back a few days. And then I didn't get too much done on Saturday and Sunday because Saturday I was rushing. I had a birthday party order to get in. I had my roadside flower stand, and then I was running super late. I had to rush to a birthday party for my daughter where it absolutely started downpouring. So we were only there for a little bit, but my stand was still up and going. I came home, I took a little quick picture of what was left over on that Saturday night. And then on Sunday, I opened up my roadside flower stand pretty early. I had a few left over. I made some more, and then I had to go and help a elderly lady. I weed her garden about 2 times a year, so I was due for that. So I went there for about 8:30 in the morning, was there for about 3 hours, came home, was shocked that basically I only had, I think, like 2 or 3 left. And then you'll see how it ends up going once we get to that part of the video. So I am so sorry, but I only have a lot of pictures, but I'll do a lot of explaining. But at least you can see how I wrap my wrapped bouquets. And yeah, it was another great weekend. And then next weekend, oh my gosh, I have so much at my first vendor event where I'm going to be selling flowers. So I hope to record as much as I can. So let's go back now into Friday night where I rushed home from work and did so much harvesting while getting pictures done. And then I'll show you what it looks like towards the end of Sunday. So enjoy. Hey everyone, oh my gosh, it is Friday night and I'm so behind, but I have so many flowers behind me. So unfortunately, I was unable to film while I was harvesting. I actually had a photographer come and take some pictures of the flowers and me cutting. So I didn't have time to take any time lapses or show you what is blooming in the field. But I mean, I have zinnias galore. I have frost explosion. I'm using some of my pineapple mint, dahlias, snapdragons. I'm not gonna lie, I cut so much, which makes me so worried because next weekend is my vendor event. And I'm setting up a booth and selling my flowers. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, like my Lysianthus will be blooming, and some more dahlias because I feel like the majority of my zinnias I cut and I didn't want to leave them. We have some storms rolling in this weekend and the beginning of next week. So I didn't want to chance them by just letting them keep on blooming. And some of them were definitely at their prime. So I'm hoping, and I'm so excited, I have a surprise birthday party that I'm doing just a few arrangements for, some little jelly jars, and then also some bud vases. And then we're stocking my flower stand. And even though there's so many, I have a bucket of sunflowers that I've been harvesting throughout the week. Those are in my refrigerator that I have a spare one in my garage right now. And I picked up some roses too for the birthday party because she wanted a little bit of a rose and cottage garden feel like I've had in the past. So luckily, I think I got like a dozen roses for $8 or something. So nothing wrong with that. So I think I'm going to have to get up like super duper early tomorrow morning because there's so many flowers. I'm hoping to do some more wrapped bouquets. I did, I believe, 5 last weekend. I'm going to try and push it to maybe 6 or 7 of them because I have some really great dahlias. There's this one I will show you after. It's called Jennifer Mary Ellen, I believe, and oh my gosh, it is absolutely stunning. The photographer like couldn't believe how the colors were just turning out on her camera. They're gorgeous. So I got some last minute photos, but the sun was going down, so I'm not sure how the colors are going. But anyways, I have so much behind me. Super excited to work with them. So sorry there wasn't too much filming. But yeah, we were super busy, and it was a really busy week at camp. So I wanted to save all of my flowers on Thursday night, even though I was determined to harvest Thursdays and Fridays now. I didn't do Thursday because I knew she was coming and I wanted her to be able to get some really good photos for me. So I will see you tomorrow morning bright and early. I'm talking like I'm probably gonna get up at like 4 a.m. because who really gets up 5 hours before? I'm going to have to try and manage everything. So fingers crossed and wish me luck, and I'll see you in the morning. All right, and look at all of these flowers. I can't believe it. So I have them in the garage right now, but what I like to do is I will put and store all of these in my basement. It is around, I would say, like 60 degrees or so. So they've been doing pretty well down there. Unfortunately, I don't have a cooler. I have a refrigerator that has all of my sunflowers right now, but there's no more room. So that is on next year's bucket list, is to get some kind of cooling system. But I really wanted to show you how I wrap my bouquets. So right now I am just going to be prepping them. So I have some 18 by 18 inch squares that I use with a 30-pound craft paper, and then I will make 2 peaks in the middle. Now, this time when I was doing it, I probably like to space those peaks out maybe a smidge bit more, but they're fine just how they are. I have a stamp that I purchased off of Etsy that has my logo on it, so I will put it on right in the middle between those 2 peaks, and then I am going to take scissors, or I had only my snips on hand, and I will cut up probably about 3 or 4 inches, I would say, and make a slit. Flip it around, and then you're going to peel those corners inwards, so then that way you can wrap your bouquet in the middle. So I am just going to do this a few times. I was hoping to have at least 5 wrapped bouquets this week, but I actually did end up making a lot more. So I'm just going to continue this process so you can see, and then I will catch back up with you once we are bringing the flowers up.
Thank you.
Okay, and it's finally time to bring in the flowers. Again, they were in my basement all night, conditioning. I really cannot wait to have a walk-in cooler. I think we're gonna convert some of our garage, but I'm bringing everything in. I have some buckets off to the side ready to go for my wrapped bouquets. I have my mason jars already prepped from the night before. And this is everything. So I actually had a family member, she cut a bunch of her hydrangeas for me because they were right by her pool and there were so many bees going around. So she asked if I wanted them. I was like, sure, I will absolutely love to use them. So we have some dahlia clippings, frost explosion. I have my pineapple mint, a little bit of yarrow and celosia. Lots of gorgeous dahlias. Look at those cafe au laits. They're like one of my first bloomers. I'm obsessed. And then lots and lots of zinnias. I had like my precious metals, some of my unicorn mix from Floret, my Bennery's Giants. We have some Oklahomas in there. Look at all those flowers, those dahlias. Great Silence is one of my favorite. Rebecca is still going strong. Then we had our snapdragons, and I didn't have to wash them, which was so nice. A little bit of Status and some of my Amazon Dianthus. More Bennery's Giants, and then those again are going to be the Great Silence, one of my favorites. And then as you can see, my little mini sunflowers are there as well, but so many nice bright colors. I'm so excited. And then I have more dahlias over here, and then this is going to be all of my mini sunflowers, which I still have a bunch in my cooler, but here is everything. Look how nice and bright that is. I'm obsessed and so excited to be working with them. So I like to just start off by making sure I take a picture, I post it on my social media around 5 o'clock or so that way my customers know that it is busy bouquet making time and gets them excited to see what I harvest. Look at all of these. I think this is going to be some of the Floret series, and then linen is also in there, and then I got ballerina as well. Loving the color palettes. I have my brights because I found that people really gravitate towards those nice bright colors. So now I know I still have to get all the colors in when it comes to next year as well, compared to those like nice more muted tones, which I generally like to go forward. So these are the zinnias. We are going to be making some wrapped bouquets in a moment. So first, I always, if I have an event, I will use my flowers for those and give them all some nice ones. I did bring in some pink roses that I purchased, and I'm using my hydrangeas. So she really wanted some pinks and whites and peaches, which was great because I had all of that. So I did 4 little jelly jars, as you can see, and then she wanted 3 bud vases. So this is everything. I even put in a little bit of stock as well that I purchased. So those were good to go. And then I always do my wrapped bouquets now first as well. They're gonna get the prime dahlias, the dianthus, the nice big zinnias. I really enjoyed having the hydrangeas because it added some bulk, because right now my yarrow is not performing the best and my Status isn't that great either. So I'm really liking the fact that I can use some pineapple mint and adds a really nice smell to it. Basil will be coming in next week, which I'm super excited about. So here is one of my wrapped bouquets, and I'm going to show you. I'm just going to take my rubber band and I tie it around 3 times, and then I will just scooch it up so that way it'll just keep everything held nicely for myself to wrap it. So I'm going to place it down, and wherever those peaks are, that is what is going to show. So I try and put my nice focal flower there. I have been just using Scotch Magic tape. So I'll get a little piece, and then I will fold these 2 back ends. Then I'll fold the 2 side ends inward and try and lay it where I would like. And so that way it's still nice and tight at the bottom by the stem. So that way it's not folding or sliding down. And then I will put a piece of tape. And as you can see, my logo is going to be nice and centered, so you can still see the dahlia popping out. And then what I will also do is I have a stapler, and I'm going to just staple right on the top. And it also is great because it creates this little pocket where I will put my flower food in so it won't get lost in the wrap bouquet. And then I just like to tie it off with a little bit of twine. I had a ton left over from, I couldn't even tell you what craft. And I just think it adds a nice little touch, so that way it'll help
also keep the wrapped paper from sliding down as well. All right, and we're still making some wrapped bouquets. I think I kind of, after this, got super distracted, but the Jennifer Mary Ellen, oh my gosh, it paired so nicely, that dahlia with the nice white hydrangeas. So I did a few of those. They were like one of the first ones to sell, but I mean, look at how much it pops that color with the white. So I'm pumped because I did have a lot of white zinnias and some snapdragons. Here is the dahlia that we wrapped together. I was able to make 8 wrapped bouquets and 12 mason jars, which exceeded what I was hoping to do. So I was very excited about that. And I had this stand again. I put it off to the side so that way people could look down into it and try and figure out what they would like. Here is one of the photos that I had taken to show on social media. But all in all, it was just so nice and colorful. I was so excited. So here was my setup. Love my yard sign that I purchased, some Vistaprint. And then these are all the flowers, lots of pink, some peaches. Then we have the nice bright pops of red with some yellow and the Rebecca. The Rebecca ones are still going a little bit slower, like the Sahara ones, but I still really like them all in all. So this is going to be now Sunday morning. I had 3 wrapped bouquets and 2 mason jars left over. So I made another wrapped bouquet and 2 more mason jars. So I had 4 of each, but then I also came back outside and I still had some flowers left over. So I added a few more. Midday, we only had 3 wrapped bouquets left around 1 o'clock, which I was pumped because it was raining basically all day. And then at 7 o'clock when I went by, because I was so busy, the sun came out and I had a nice empty stand. So I was so excited.
So as you can see, I had a really, really great weekend. It was my highest amount of money that I have brought in between my roadside flower stand and those extra arrangements. So I was pumped. I made, I think it was 15 mason jars and about 12 wrapped bouquets, if I remember correctly. And that is like mind blowing that even all my wrapped bouquets, those sold. So I was so excited. So on Sunday, I just really lucked out with having some of those extra flowers on hand. Those sunflowers, I am pumping those out like crazy. Even though they're small, I still included a nice, beautiful sunflower bouquet with a lot of nice orange zinnias. But yeah. So hopefully we are going to have another great weekend and I can film it. Thank you as always for tuning in to my dream of really getting this roadside flower stand up and running and hopefully becoming a little bit more of a business in the next few years. So if you would like to stay updated and see everything that is going on between more seed starting, planting out, my vendor event that's coming up and what is happening at my roadside flower stand, please make sure you hit like and subscribe and hit that bell button and I will see you all next time. Happy gardening. Bye.